Welcome to the Logical Lowdown. Today, we examine 666. The number of the beast? Or is it just a random number? The number of the beast is a concept from the book of Revelation in the New Testament of the Christian Bible. The number is 666 in most translations of the New Testament. Some scholars contend that the number 666 is a code for the Roman Emperor Nero. Others contend that 616 is a code for the Roman Emperor Caligula. Scholars have speculated that the number is a manner of speaking in code, referring to then contemporary figures about whom it would be politically dangerous to criticize openly. Many scholars believe that the number 666 refers to a Roman Emperor Nero, whose name written in Aramaic was valued at 666, using the Hebrew numerology of gematria, a manner of speaking against the emperor without Roman authorities knowing. The early church father Irenaeus knew of several occurrences of the 616 variant, but regarded them as scribal error, and affirmed that the number 666 stood in all the most approved and ancient copies, and is attested by those who saw John face to face. I personally haven't met the man. In May 2005, it was reported that scholars at Oxford University, using advanced imaging techniques, had been able to read previously ineligible portions of the earliest known record of the Book of Revelations, a 1700-year-old papyrus dating a century after Irenaeus. The fragment gives the number of the beast as 616 rather than the majority text 666. It is also believed that as a triangular number, the number 666 is the sum of the first 36 letters, 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4, all the way up to 36, equaling 666. Professor David Parker, in no way related to Peter Parker and consequently of no relation to Spider-Man, who is professor of New Testament textual criticism and paleography at the University of Birmingham, thinks that 616, although less memorable than 666, is the original. Dr. Ellen Aitken, no relation to Clay, says that scholars have argued for a long time over this. A long time. And it now seems that 616 is the original number of the beast. It's probably about 100 years before any other version. In Hebrew gematria, every letter has a corresponding number. Scholars who believe that the Book of Revelation refers to historic people and events argue that the number represents Nero. It is the interpretation that the number 666 encodes the letters of someone's name and or title, identifying the Antichrist. Sometimes when I'm at the Italian restaurant, I have a hard time identifying my antipasto. The hypothesis that 666 or 616 is a code for a Roman emperor seems to have historical support. The emperors were noted for their oppression of both the Jews and the Christians. Both communities were known to use numerology, which were codes and symbols used when living under Roman rule to avoid persecution. Peter Parker, or Spider-Man, no. David Parker, professor of New Testament textual criticism and paleography at the University of Birmingham, said that the correct number 616 refers to the Emperor Caligula, whose attempt to erect his own statue at the temple in Jerusalem may have prompted the author of Revelation to speak against the Roman emperor. Some Protestant Bible commentators, there's Bible commentators, have equated the beast of Revelation chapter 13 with the papacy. That is, the popalness, the act of being a pope. To this end, the letters of an alleged title of the Pope, Vicarius Filii Dei, or Vicar of the Son of God, are summed to total 666 in Roman numerals. Though, of course, this was never an official title of the Pope. Really? Futurist Christian eschatology. Eschatology is the part of theology concerned with death, judgment, and the final destiny of the soul of humankind. Typically holds that the mark of the beast will be one way in which the Antichrist will exercise power over earth during a period of tribulation. It's said that people who receive the mark of the beast on their hands and or forehead will be the ones able to buy or sell, thus making it harder for those without the mark on the run to do any type of business at all. Who knew? The Antichrist is a great business marketer. Terry Watkins, a man who I've clearly never met, supposes the mark to be a barcode somewhere on the human body. Some support this barcode reference, citing the UPC code, although the rationale in that relies on interpreting each of the groups of guard bars as a number 6, even though they are not encoded 6 using the barcode system. Yet the only number that shares the end bars pattern of bar space bar is in fact the number 6. Jehovah's Witnesses believe that the beast spoken of as the number 666 symbolizes many governments, harmonizing with the symbolic depiction of past governments in the book of Daniel as wild beasts. Daniel, also a man I have never had the pleasure of speaking with. So what's the lowdown here? The number 666, the number 616, what the hell is it? Who's right? Who's wrong? Who gives a shit? Basically, what this all means is unless you're a numerologist or a gematriist or whatever type of ist or ologist you might be, it is all really just a number, if you really think about it. Ancient texts have been written, but they're all written as part of oral tradition, which is people who speak the tradition down from generation to generation, and then people started writing it down. Have you ever played the game telephone? Try to play that game over 2,000 or so years. It's bound to be wrong at some point. My logical lowdown is that the number 666 and the number 616 are merely just numbers in the 600 block of numbers.